First thing, why don't we just start a bit like with your upbringing in Dakar and Senegal, I guess, and how you got into music.
Oh, I started making music.
Yeah, like upbringing in Senegal, what it was like growing up in Senegal, and how you got into music in the first place.
So in Senegal, electronic music is not really developed. It's it's coming, from maybe 2010 or stuff like that. The African electronic music scene starts in South Africa with JCOM, and yes, so we have to know every country in Africa have a special rhythm, you know, of country.
Yep.
And so now every country starts to making electronic music with traditional rhythm, you know.
Okay.
And so you can see the Niger music with kids and stuff like that, Burna Boy. Or if you check on South Africa, you have GCOM.
Mm-hmm.
You have also house music there, South Africa house music. And yeah, in Senegal, it's not really developed, but there is some artists. Ibaku also is an artist, local artist. Really, he do experimental electronic. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
that's
don't know
really.
what.
I find that to be really interesting what you just said because I didn't know that like each African country has their own sound and their own rhythm. That's
Yeah. If you earn one African music, you can directly say if it's from Ghana, Nigeria, or Guinea, or Senegal.
really that's
It's all
interesting.
different. Yeah.
So do you see that translated into like electronic music as well? Do you see an influence of those rhythms in electronic music and techno house and stuff?
Yeah. So the African music looks like techno music a little bit because there is the and is really fast,
Okay.
like one one yeah 140 ppm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's really groovy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really dancing music.
Yep.
And yeah.
I was checking your SoundCloud this morning actually, and I came across two songs that of yours that I really liked, and to me they like without really being an expert or anything, they really had like a very nice rhythm. I think they're actually your first two songs on SoundCloud, "House for Her" and
Galass.
sorry.
My second alias, Galass.
Here, yeah, exactly, Galass,
Yeah.
and then "Bolting Bits."
Mm-hmm.
Those two
I
songs are
don't.
fire.
I don't make only techno. So I do beat making also and normal music. So I do drums and percussion.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I really love traditional music and culture, stuff like that. So I make also dancehall, Afrobeat, rap
Mm-hmm.
music. Yeah, I make beat for local singer and for African singer. So I
Rapper stuff
touch
like that.
a lot of style, but my famous SoundCloud is techno.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very interesting, dude. So then, like, for what I've understood about you, your main influence would be African influences, right?
Yeah. Now I would love to share the two culture.
Mm-hmm.
Not only the techno culture, but the rave culture. This feeling you have in the dance floor
Yeah.
and in the party. Some things like really, yeah, you know what I mean. And
Like,
I know
yeah.
we can found this with African music, and you can create maybe a new rave African music, and something more groovy,
Mm.
but with this rave things, this rave magic.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. That's a nice concept.
Yeah,
So, so talking about raves, what are raves like in Dakar and Senegal in general, or in Africa? Have you've been to Europe? You told me you've been to Berlin when we talked last week, but
Yeah.
How do they compare to European raves, music wise?
The
People,
difference.
very different.
Yeah, it's very different. So in Europe, people don't dance. You know, people don't really dance. They feel the music and they move, but they don't really dance. Here is different. People really dance and they don't have complex. You know, and really everybody uh, feel to dance if you want. And yeah, so if you come one time, you will see it's really interesting because everybody is really dancing and make a battle dance and stuff. And this on electro music, so it's really special, you know.
Okay, so they have dance battles with techno music and with electronic music. Really?
Yeah.
That's far.
Yeah.
That's okay. I wasn't expecting that. Nah, and yeah, I get what you say. Like people in Europe, in Berlin, for instance, the way of dancing is just like you've got a rhythm and you just move, and with that.
Yeah.
But people
And
don't.
also you dance in the front of the DJ.
Yeah.
But here we dance together. Maybe you are 3-4 friends and you dance together, and then you can have some other people come and yeah, you share some things together. It's nice. And so this is for the party, dancing party, but in the club is a little bit different. So there is some tables and dance floor, and people sit with friends, and then they go dance. Yeah.
Okay. In what clubs you said you were in Berlin for like 6 months? In what clubs did you go to?
I go to Trésor. Yeah, I don't go to Bergen, and then I don't really remember the name. Because, yeah.
Maybe Griesmühle or
Yeah, I think
about blank.
I was with some friend and they make me go out. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is quite different. I was wondering like why do you have 3 names? Why do you have your 3 aliases? Can you explain how those 3 names came about?
Can you repeat the question?
Why do you have 3 names? Why do you have 3 aliases and how they came about?
I don't understand.
Okay, you have 3
Sorry,
names. Midnight Menace.
Yeah.
What's your other aliases?
Galass.
Galass and Thunderstorm 97, right?
Exactly, and Mercedes Beats.
So you've got 4.
Yeah.
Fire. Okay, and what does each name represent, and when do you use each name? Because for Melt the Pot, I saw you used Midnight Menace. How come?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a feeling. Yeah, for more raving stuff, electronic and techno, I will use Midnight Menace for aggressive track. After maybe for African electronic, I use Galass. For beat making, I use Mercedes Beats. And for some release or tape stuff, trendy, like 90s techno, I use Thunderstorm 97.
Okay. And how
But
come?
it's not, yeah.
Like, how did the name Midnight Menace come about?
I was in party, and yeah, we party start at midnight, rave party in Switzerland, and yeah, it's dangerous, it's a menace, you know, because rave is is special. Nightlife is special, you know. Daytime and nighttime is not the same. And nighttime start at midnight, and if you walk in the street, you don't know what can happen, you know.
It can be dangerous.
So that's yeah. And
okay.
I have worked in the street a long time, so yeah. Midnight Menace.
No, it's a nice name, man, but it's just like it's definitely a powerful name.
Yeah, thank you.
So your last project, Renaissance, right?
End of standard.
I'm sorry.
End of standard.
No. I asked you about your last project. Isn't it Renaissance?
Which last project?
Wait, just a sec, because I checked your Bandcamp and I thought, I understand that. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. So do you care about explaining how that project came about and what it represents in general?
My project?
Yep.
Yeah, I do it in a pandemic of COVID, you know?
Okay.
And yeah, at this moment, I can stay a long time in my home. And I have made this EP really fast, maybe in 5 days or stuff like that. Yeah, because I really feel this EP. It was really fast, you know? And sometimes I can't make some track for 2 months or 3 months because I don't feel it. Yeah, so that's why I am not really active on my SoundCloud, you know. And I don't make a lot of release. You can check. I don't have a lot of release, but I have a lot of track.
You have like loads of unfinished tracks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And of standards is also because now I'm staying in Africa and I want to develop some new style and yeah, to more develop myself also.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can imagine everything. So
yeah, no,
sorry
for
for my English.
Hey, your English is super good, man. No worries.
Okay.
So okay, so now we get to the question: how did you get on Melt the Pot? Like this is a project by this new label called United for Equity, right? So how did you get on that project?
So you know Hector Oaks? Contact me on Instagram. Yeah, because he wanted I sent him some music, and after we speak a little bit, and then yeah, he asked me for maybe I can make some track for him for his label, and after he said yeah, I have a first release if you want on this label, and after he told me about the project, and I was really interested because it's for a good cause, you know. And me, I am not really serious with music, so I don't send my EP to label or I don't talk with people. So I don't upload a lot of EP. So I make my life, and sometimes some good things happen, and it's nice, you know. But yeah, after I send him some track, and yeah, perfect. Now we keep in touch, and maybe normally I have some release on Chaos soon.
Nice, man. So it all came through Hector Oaks. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I've actually got a friend that's friends with Hector Oaks. He's Spanish, that dude.
Huh?
That Hector is Spanish. He's from Spain. I think
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
from Madrid or something, but he lives in
yeah,
Berlin. He's a crazy DJ, really. Like,
yeah, yeah.
he's mad talented. But like, how did you get in contact with him in the first place? You sent some tracks to him, or he just
No,
found you?
no, no, no. He found me. So he was
Really?
in a party and in after party, and a friend of him show him my music, and then the yesterday, you know, the tomorrow of the after party, he write me on Instagram and he say, yeah, you make good music and stuff.
Fire, bro. Fire, bro.
Yeah,
Congrats on
it's
that.
crazy. It's
Like,
crazy.
for sure. Okay. What's the COVID situation like in Dakar right now?
So I don't see the COVID
Okay.
really, but the government have picked some decision. So the club are closed, the party are closed. But you know, here the people are poor. They don't have money, and they have to work every day to get money for it because they don't have economy. So they can't don't work for 2 weeks or for 3 weeks. So they can stay at home. You know, we can do it here. So it's a little bit more difficult, and you know we have bad information also. Not everybody go to school. Not everybody thinks good. You know, yeah. So I think it's okay. We don't have a lot of death or a lot of COVID, but yeah, life still the same. Really.
Life is okay. So life is basically the same.
It's the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone out and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, I don't know, but like in Germany and Berlin, where it's also totally normal, except for like obviously the clubs are closed and you can't do raves and stuff like that, although people do. But the only difference is that people, like if you hop on a bus or on the underground, you have to wear a mask, or you'll get fined. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that's basically the only thing. Right now,
Yeah.
I'm in Spain, and I don't know if that information gets to you, but in Spain, the situation is really fucked, mate. Like, people are really dying in Spain. Like, that's no joke.
So COVID is really shit. Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
That's interesting that like you said, Senegal is a poorer country than Europe or than Spain, for instance, but nonetheless, the situation isn't that bad in Dakar or in Senegal as it is in Spain, for instance, at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
But I think also people are strong here. You know, because there is too many other problem, like other virus also, other stuff, and yeah, some ONG come make a vaccine, you know, give medication, bad medication. So ourself, African self is more is strong, I think. That's why also we don't have a lot of COVID, and with the sun also, yeah.
I think I heard something. I actually read an article that said that people of color, like black people living in Europe or in places that don't have that much sun, are more prone to developing vitamin D deficiency because
Yeah.
you've got more melanin, and and to absorb the vitamin D, you need more sun than a white person. And that's why lots of black people in Europe or in the US were being more affected by COVID than white people. But it does make sense that you might have a stronger immune system in Africa. People of color in Africa might have a stronger immune system because you're basically in the environment that you need, and you get all the sun that you need, because I guess sunny every day, right? In Dakar.
And it's more trash also.
Sorry?
It's more trash. It's more trash.
What do you mean?
Yeah. So yeah, you have trash everywhere, you know, bad water. Yeah. So it's the trash life.
So okay, so
you are. Yeah, the city is not clean. Is that what I mean? And the life is not clean. But yeah, our life is clean. But when you walk in the street, you can put sometimes your foot in bad place or stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's interesting that you're telling me all about this, because in Europe, it's obviously, well, I have been to Morocco and stuff like that, but I haven't really been to all of Africa. But I feel like in Europe, we don't get all the information that we should about what's going on in Africa. Can you give us some interesting feedback on what the main problems are in Senegal in your point of view?
First is corruption. Corruption from European country, you know, to African country, especially France. So we are independent country now, but you know, it's not really developed. So the society from France, from Europe, from United States come here, and they make their business. But the money don't go to Africa, go to France, you know. And yeah, that's a real problem, because the economy can't develop, and also people need work. Yeah, and we need to clean the city.
Yeah.
You know, there is many problems.
Yeah.
Also, people can't drive.
Can't drive. People
they drive, but you know, in the front of my street, if you
Yeah.
go check on my Instagram, I have a story called Dakar what the fuck. You know, every day in the front of my street, I see some shit, like accidents or yeah, some shit every day.
But so is there? You said one of the problems, and that's obvious. Like the Western civilization is taking advantage of African resources. That's obvious, and the economy can't develop because of that. What about corruption? And what about
So
these international organizations like the UN and stuff like that? I feel like slowly they do worse to the country than good, because they're not letting the country develop in the way it should. They're intervening in their way, but it's not the way that maybe the Senegalese people want. So,
yeah.
you know anything about that?
So, I don't really understand the question, but here is really corrupt. You know, if you have a problem with the police, so if you drive without permission, you give €4 and you can continue. You know, if you want, you need paper or you need some things. If you pay, you can get it. So there is no, you can pay everything. You know, so it's not security. You know, and there is many inequality also with that. So there is many privilege, for, yeah, for other people. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. How do you think this
Yeah,
could?
but country is really good, huh? It's
Of
really good
course,
to live.
of course. Like of course the culture and everything, but like it's fucked up in an economical perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on, and thanks for that insight, man. What
Yeah.
about what's your management and label situation like? I saw you're on Rave Sport Activity.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a long story. I think we have started around 2040 or 2050. So it was when I was in Lausanne city. So the club scene, techno club scene there is really not developed. So if you like real techno and rave feeling, it's not good to go there. But there is that's why there is a good illegal rave scene there. So every weekend you can get a rave party, and you get info line at 22, and then you go to party. And with some friends, we organize some rave party. So we have Instagram also. Maybe there is some posts there. And after we have started a label, and we record some tapes and we sell it in a party, you know. And after we have pressed one vinyl, and then we want to make some release, some mix on SoundCloud, but we don't buy the subscribe. So we forget a little bit the project, and we make we work, but not on internet. So we sell tapes on Rave and stuff. And it was I found this label and this organization with DJ Unisex from Leipzig.
From Leipzig,
And
Germany.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And now he's in Leipzig, and me, I travel and I'm back in Dakar. So we are inactive now, but I would love restart some things, but yeah, I have to work on it.
Okay, interesting. So just another question: why don't you come to Europe? Why don't you come and live in Europe?
I have family there in Switzerland.
And why don't you come? You
Huh?
don't
When?
want you don't want to come to Europe to live?
Come back?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
No. You know, too many stress.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So Europe is so many stress. You have to wake up the morning. You have to pay your things. You have to pay that. You know, here is no problem. You can wake up when you want. After you eat good. You go to the beach. You see your friends. You make music. we work a little bit, nice, and no stress. You know, it's really good to live.
And Europe is all work, business, and all that shit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, and
I
people
feel that.
is not good. Also, you can speak with someone in the street you don't know. After he think it's strange,
Sorry?
but you can speak with everybody. Like if you don't know him, you can talk to him. Yeah, it's a little bit strange, but here it's really normal. Like if you walk in the street, and yeah, you can ask someone what you want. If you go um, to the bus, yeah, to the car, yeah, everybody is talking. Nice.
Like the culture,
Yeah,
they're way more open. The
yeah,
people.
yeah, really, really.
Okay, yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that. Like, as I said, I live in Germany, but loads of friends from Spain and stuff like that, and the culture is totally different. Like, I don't know if you were referring to Germany more or Switzerland or France, but like people are. I feel what you're saying. Um, okay, so do you have any crazy party stories you've had as a DJ, as a raver, or something like that?
If I mix in Berlin,
No. Do you have any? Can you tell us any crazy party story you've ever had?
gee,
I'm
some
sure.
some
I'm sure you do.
some crazy party.
Yeah.
No, I do. No, I have my party time. You know, when I was in Europe, I do many party, and that's why also I am happy to be here because it's really quiet. You know, I don't drink a lot of alcohol. If I go out, I drink maybe 2 beers, and it's enough for me. You know, and I don't take drugs also. But when I was in Europe, it was different because we drink a lot there. We start to drink around 20, and then we go to party, we take ecstasy, we take cocaine, and yeah, it's really hard. Ketamine also, and you go after party, and yeah, it's fucked up. And I remember my first ecstasy, it was in Berlin. I was with 3 friends. Yeah, we was 18 years old, I think, and yeah, we don't know what it was. Yeah, we don't know who we have to take it. It was our first time, and we go to Warschauer Straße. We have buy some ecstasy there. It was dead pills, white. So really, it make you scared, you know. And we have eat this full, and then 30 minutes after, we was so high. We don't know where we was, and we have walked all the streets. We have walked all the U1, yeah, like this, and we was so hot. We don't go to club. We just walk. It was really crazy to the morning.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah.
And after, yeah, I have many story.
I,
Yeah,
I I don't know about those pills at Warschauer Straße. Those look pretty
so it's
dodgy.
bad.
Okay. Well, no. It's also interesting that you say that you like that you don't take any drugs or anything like that. I don't either,
Yeah,
but everyone in Europe, like in techno parties and stuff like that.
yeah. I know it's a truth. It's a truth.
I think it's
Yeah, and we don't see the reality because we live in and it's in our culture, you know, in club scene in Europe. Maybe our parents have taken it. Maybe maybe some friends also, some cousin, yeah, some classmate also. So it's really in the culture. But here, if you go to the club, you don't see drugs. There is no drugs, but there is some people they drink, you know, and it's really different because you don't feel this drug and you don't have this drug feeling, you know. So people are free and they are dancing
that,
without drug.
that's interesting that
Yeah.
you say that because
Okay.
one of the countries that takes the most drugs in the world is the UK, like England, and
Mm-hmm.
it's remember before when you said that there's loads of stress in Europe, there's loads of business, all of that in Europe. I think one of the reasons people take so many drugs is to like escape reality because their day to day is fucked up. Like their day to day
Yeah, yeah.
like working and they hate their life and the weather is shit and they have to wake up at 7 in the morning and go to work to a shitty ass job, and then you get to the weekend and they're like, I want to.
Yeah, you have to make big party.
Yeah, exactly.
Meet your friend and make big party.
Big party. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's sad though. It's sad, bro. Like it's sad.
Yeah. It's sad, but it's good. It's funny, but it's not good for health. Maybe we can make it one time a month, sometimes a year, some big party. But after, it's good to be quiet. And I think the pandemic of Corona have maybe teach us some things about this. So we can live without party and we live good also. So why not make not more party? Because I have seen some friends really destroyed
because of
really
drugs.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel what you mean, man. I think weed is a big thing in Europe, you know? Hi.
Yeah, my wife.
Hi. Salut. Okay. So I also saw on your SoundCloud that you're in this collective called Collectif Boukan.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So it's a collective I founded here. We organize party, and I want to make a label also. So I am looking for artists around Africa, and the project is to share the culture of Africa to Europe and to USA. To tell here we have party also, we have electronic culture also, and Africa is moving, because so many people think, if I go to Africa in vacation, it's like Kirikou movie.
Sorry?
Kirikou movie.
What's that?
Yeah, so it's a movie we have seen when we are young. It's a little African village, in country. But no, it's a city, there is club, there is party, there
Obviously,
is space to go out, there is arty culture, there is artists, there is a museum. No, there is a real artistic culture and artist scene, because there is no work, so people create work. So they make innovation in art or in stuff, and you can see crazy things, and crazy people.
For sure.
And I want to share it.
I know. I like, that's not my perspective on Africa. I don't think Africa doesn't have culture. I think actually Africa's culture is way more pure than European culture at the moment, and probably the population, the way you said, like, people are way nicer. People are more humans, because you can talk to anyone and stuff like that. And in Europe, it's like very individualistic and shit like that.
Yeah.
No. I'm from Europe, and I don't have that perspective at all. Maybe some people, I don't know. But another thing I was going to tell you, about this collective, Bukong. What does it mean?
Bukong.
Yeah.
Bukong. The Bukong is when you make trouble in the club, there is many excited. So it's Bukong.
Like Menace.
Huh?
Like Menace?
No, not like Menace. Like imagine you have you are in the club, everybody is jumping, everybody there is movements, it's Bukong.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, moving on. Oh wait, no, another thing I wanted to tell you. If you ever have any tracks that you want me to promote on my page by Collectif Boukan or whatever, just let me know and I'll post them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Because I do that nearly every day with underground artists. So obviously,
so I want to make a various artists, various artists with different electronic artists from Senegal, Ghana, and Nigerian. And maybe when I have the project, I will send you, and maybe you can post some premiere and stuff.
Obviously, bro. Obviously.
Yeah, nice.
Anything you need. Okay, so to move on, what does a typical day look when you're working on your music, and if you want to talk a little bit about the production gear, the production method, and creative process.
Yeah. So I work with everything. I can work with everything. I have some analogic machine, TR8, 90, TB 303. You know, I have Korg also. I have some synthesizer. I have some stuff. Nice. First, when I start, I use what's the name? Reason. Then I use Logic Pro, and now I am on Ableton because I can't download again Logic Pro. So yeah, I have a method of production, and then I have a problem, so I have to find other method, you know. And yeah, I have also a recorder, so I can record things in the street or in stuff for making strange sound or stuff like that. I have a microphone also. Yeah.
And can you can play the piano, right?
No.
No?
I don't know do re mi fa sol la si do.
Okay.
I don't know it, but yeah, I make production from maybe 7 years now, and I have started music when I was 3 years old. My father is a musician. He make Afrobeat music,
Okay.
Traditional Afrobeat like Fela Kuti, and so my mother listen rock music. So I am born between punk rock music and African rhythm, dancehall stuff. Yeah, and so I try to find my way. I discover electronic music, and yeah, I have make normal music, organic music with my hands and my body. So I want to make a mix of all of this.
That's interesting, bro. That's really interesting. What do you normally sample, or do you create your own rhythms and sounds like that? Because did you
the two
record
is
and stuff?
possible. Yeah, maybe I can sample mine also because I have some loop from 2 years, some loop from 5 years, and I can use back. Or sometimes I can use some sample also for make synthesizer or for make voice and stuff. Or maybe if I found a good kick, I can use it. Yeah, I think anyway is good for making music. You don't have to have some border, and yeah, not too much pressure also. If you check the 90s track, there is so many banger. And at this moment, we was discovery the house music and the techno music. So I think maybe there is not so many track on the market. So you can feel nice to make really what you want. Now maybe you will make a synthesizer line and really easy, and you feel like I have earned this. Maybe it's too much time, you know, I can't do it. Yeah, but no, you know, and that's why in the 90s we have a lot of banger because we make the music we feel directly, and yeah, and now we have more. Yeah, I don't want looks like this or no too much bother, but we have to feel yeah making music nice.
Yeah, man, I understand what you mean. That's obviously a very good perspective. The only thing I've interviewed other producers that were like, nah, this is my creative process. My creative process looks exactly like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm obviously with you, like with the limiting stuff. That's an interesting approach, man. Okay, so just to start wrapping this up, because I don't want to waste your time any longer.
Me, I have time, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that, man.
Sure.
So, what favorite clubs to DJ at in Senegal? Can you tell us a little bit about like clubs in Senegal and Dakar, what they look like? Which ones, if you want to talk about any club or something like that?
So there is different way of club, you know. There is ghetto club, there is city club, and there is center city club, and there is party, private party, like organization organize some party in some big place or stuff like that. So there is a good open air party, of electronic African music. It's called Electrafric. It's maybe one time a month, yeah, and it's moving. It's like rave party, you know. but a legal one, corrupt one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so there is the other one called Full Moon. It's a big open air with electronic music also. But yeah, it's one time a month or one time 2 months. So it's not every weekend. So my favorite club is Hong Kong, I will say. And maybe Classico. Classico is Ivorian, Côte d'Ivoire, Ivorian club. And Hong Kong is like Nigerian club. Yeah, it's really good. You have Niger music, like Naira Marley, traditional Niger music. And it's like, yeah, we drink, there's music, we dance, we sit. It's cool, you know? Yeah.
Bro, it sounds super good. Like, I want to go to Senegal. I want you to show me everything going on in Senegal, man. Like, really sounds very interesting, dude.
Yeah, but you have to come, huh? You have to come.
If you invite me, I'll go.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
No,
You're
same with you. If you want to come to Berlin, bro, obviously, like, hit me up.
Thank you. Good to
And
know.
Hector Oaks.
Yeah.
Okay, so another question I've got: which DJs would you like to collaborate with?
Good question. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he's a techno DJ.
Okay.
I don't think he's a techno DJ. Uh, I don't know. Yeah. No, really. Maybe I can send you some track after. I would love to make some stuff with him. But yeah, I would love to work with Wizkid.
Who?
Sure.
With who?
Wizkid.
Who's that?
Wizkid. He's a Nigerian singer.
Okay.
But he make a commercial music, you know.
Okay.
But he have a long story or techno also. Yeah. And yeah. I know because they are from Africa. They are born here. So now they have make a long way and they have developed many things. Yeah. And they make good beats also with traditional rhythm. And they sing with traditional way. So good work.
I see with you, man, that you're like a person, an artist that wants to put on, you know, for Africa, and you want to show the world that, you know, Africa's crazy, cool and shit. Are there any like underground DJs like yourself that are also trying to promote this message? Like, is the underground techno scene in Senegal, in Dakar, or in Africa in general also trying to promote that message and stuff like that, or what does it look like?
The techno scene.
It's like, okay, I'll repeat the question from you. Okay, but the way you've talked in the whole interview, I feel like you really want people from outside of Africa to see what Africa is like, and to show how cool and how good Africa is, like how much culture you guys have and stuff like that. Do you think you're just one person, or do you think the underground artists in Africa are trying to promote Africa like you?
Maybe DJ Lag. Yeah, and if you go on YouTube, you can write GCOM, and there is a documentary of Arte Play, Arte Tracks, you know, is a 10 minutes documentary. And in this documentary, you can see the founder of the GCOM. And I think the GCOM is the more popular electronic music in Africa, and is the best one, actually. It's a really club music for club. And maybe you can check for speak with DJ Lag or his friends also.
Do you know them?
No, I don't know him.
Okay, well, I'll try to connect with them. By the way, do you know anyone else other than yourself that's also a producer that might be interested in doing an interview with me?
If I know someone want to, maybe I can ask a friend if will be interested. Yeah. And also you can take the artist called Patapa.
That's P-A-T?
Where Patapa with 2 A last.
Patapa, okay.
Yeah, and he make really crazy techno. What he said doesn't mean nothing.
Okay.
But it's crazy.
Okay.
It's crazy. And also you have DJ Caterpillar. He make techno music.
I think I've heard about DJ Caterpillar. I think
It's from Ghana.
Okay. Okay, cool, man. Thanks for all this information. I'm getting way more out of this than you. So anything else you wanted to add before we wrap this up?
Yeah, people have to come in Africa because you have your life before Africa and after Africa.
Tell me more about that.
So every friend who comes, life is different after, you know, because they have seen some other reality and how we can live different, how the world can have other functionality, and yeah, you have your life before and your life after.
Okay,
Africa.
Yeah, bro.
It's not like Asia. It's not like USA. It's not like sounds American. It's not like Europe. It's other things.
It's another thing. Okay, man. I will have to check that out. Like, wanting to go to Africa for a long while. Thanks very much for having me, dude. If you need anything, as I said, well, I'll stop recording. Right. That's from my part. I think we got very good content, bro, out of you.